Hello all, welcome to Your Schemes. I'm Ilakya. I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to see 5 best small cap mutual funds to invest this year. Before that, let's first refresh our knowledge about small cap mutual funds. Small cap mutual funds are equity oriented mutual funds which invest 60% of their asset in equity and equity related instruments. These companies have a market cap of less than 5,000 crore. They are high risk, high return equity mutual funds. Compared to mid cap and large cap, the risk in the small cap is much higher. Some of the popular small cap funds are Nippon India Small Cap Fund, SBI, HDFC, Axis Small Cap Fund, DSP, HSBC, Kotak, Franklin India, and ICICI Prudential and Canara Robeco Small Cap Funds. What is the advantage of investing in small cap mutual funds? Around a decade ago, Asian Paints, Bajaj Finance, Titan, Britannia were all little known small cap stocks. What I'm trying to tell you is that these small cap companies have potential to climb up and become mid cap or even large cap tomorrow. Small cap mutual funds has potential to generate very high returns. Though small cap gives higher returns, these companies have smaller operations with limited access to various resources. If there is a constraint on resources, they may face a risk to survival in case of economic downturn. There is also liquidity risk because of limited number of shares. It makes it difficult for investors to buy and sell as per their wish. Who should invest in small cap mutual funds? You should invest in small cap mutual funds only if you have a very high risk appetite to handle sharp market volatility. Your investment horizon must be at least 7 to 10 years. How much should you allocate in small cap mutual fund? Small cap mutual funds are highly likely to be impacted by economic turmoil such as recession. So please consider limiting small cap fund in your equity mutual fund portfolio and keep it to 10 to 15%. Without further ado, let's start this video. This video is for information purpose only. Mutual funds are subject to market risk. The return shown in this list doesn't guarantee future returns. Please consult your financial advisor before investing. First on the list is SBI Small Cap Fund. SBI Small Cap Fund is one of the well-managed schemes in small cap category that has built a solid track record for itself and has rewarded its investor well since its inception. It has a proven track record of timely identifying small cap space that have turned into multi-baggers. These funds looks to invest in high growth oriented multi-bagger stocks of small size companies. It also hunts for temporary beaten down stocks available at cheap valuations. It does not resist from taking a few short term calls. Over the longer time period of 5 years and 7 years, the fund outpaced its benchmark by a noticeable margin of around 7 to 8 percentage points. Let's look at some figures. AUM of SBI is 15,335 crores. Return since inception CAGR percent is 20.46% and NAV of the scheme is 131.99. Expense ratio of this scheme is 0.68%. This gave a 1-year return of 13.24% and 3-year return is 32.01%, whereas 5-year return is 16.01%. Some of the top stocks in SBI Small Cap Funds are Blue Star Limited, Lemon Tree Hotels Limited, Vedant Fashions Limited, LG Equipments Limited and Triveni Turbine Limited. Let's move on to Kotak Small Cap Fund. Kotak Small Cap Fund currently ranks among the top quartile performers in the small cap category over the 5-year and 7-year time frames. The funds focus on identifying quality stocks in small cap space and holding it with a long-term view. This has worked in its favor. More importantly, the fund has delivered in terms of generating superior risk-adjusted returns for investors. The AUM of this Kotak Small Cap Fund is 8,498 crore and return since inception CAGR percent is 17.13%. NAV 190.27. Expense ratio is 0.59%. Kotak Small Cap Fund gave a 1 year return of 0.87%, 34.57% in 3 years, 17.62% in 5 years. Some of the top stock held by Kotak Small Cap Funds are Arboretum Universal Limited, Century Plyboards Limited, Ratnamani Metals and Tubes Limited, Galaxy Surfactants Limited, Siant Limited. Next on the list is Nippon India Small Cap Fund. Nippon India Small Cap Fund is currently the largest scheme in small cap fund category. Since its inception, Nippon India Small Cap Fund has done well across market phases and built an impressive track record of superior performance. The fund currently stands among the top quartile performers in the category across the time frames. It focuses on fundamentally sound stocks available at a reasonable margin of safety. It has helped minimize the downside risk due to bearish market phase. The AUM of this fund is 23,765. Return since inception is 20.29%. NAV is 105.52. Expense ratio is 0.86%. This fund has given a return of 13.16% in 1 year, 37.71% in 3 years, and a return of 17.56% in 5 years. Some of the top stocks from Nippon India Small Cap Funds are Tube Investments of India Limited, HDFC Bank Limited, Bank of Baroda, KPIT Technologies, Tejas Networks Limited. Next we have Quant Small Cap Fund. Quant Small Cap Fund is a small size scheme in the small fund category that follows aggressive investment strategy. Quant Small Cap Fund follows an active investment approach whereby it constantly hunts for attractive opportunities. The fund's small corpus gives it the advantage of easy liquidation and the ability to quickly shift allocation in line with dynamic market conditions. Despite being small in size, Quant Small Cap Fund has registered extraordinary performance in recent years and handsomely rewarded its investors. This fund is highly volatile. The AUM of this scheme is 2580 crore and return since inception is 16.66%. NAV is 156.28. Expense ratio is 0.62%. Quant Small Cap Fund gave a 1 year return of 12.61% and 57.54% in 3 years, whereas 5 year return is 25.06%. Some of the top stocks in Quant India Small Cap Funds are ITC Limited, IRB Infrastructure Developers Limited, RBL Bank, Punjab National Bank, HFCL Limited. Next we have Canara Robeco Small Cap Fund. The funds aim to maintain a well diversified portfolio and it aims to invest in undervalued businesses with consistent earnings, strong business models, and competent management. Canara Robeco Small Cap Fund does not compromise on safety and lays high emphasis on risk management. Despite having a short term track record of nearly only 4 years, the fund has shown great potential and has clearly outpaced the benchmark and most of its peers. The fund not only limited the downside risk during the market crash of 2020 but also stood among the top performers in the category in ensuing bull phase. This has helped it to generate substantial alpha over the benchmark and its prominent peers. Canara Robeco Small Cap Fund achieved this fiat at a reasonable risk level, thus rewarding investors with superior risk adjusted returns. The AUM of this fund is 4,367 crores. Return since inception is 29.92%. NAV is 27.04. Expense ratio is 0.39%. Canara Robeco Small Cap Fund has given a return of 11.32% in 1 year and 41.75% in 3 years. These were only 5 best small cap funds. There are many more funds that has the potential to become a multi-bagger. If you are thinking to invest in small cap funds, be mindful that these are of very high risk. Please do your part of research and you can also consult a professional. They may charge you, but don't worry too much about little fees. If the recommended funds performs well, the returns will be much higher than the fees. If you feel this information was helpful, then please leave a like. It means a lot. For more similar videos, please subscribe to Your Schemes. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.